body, every size, every line, every girl, every guy, everybody who don't identify.
Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Hi, hello, my name is Loey. As promised, I am back with part 2 of my Hi, I'm Mary analysis. I know a lot of you guys were waiting on this one after my first one. Thank you guys so much for being so excited about that video. I really knew you guys were going to love this series, and while a lot of the times I'm talking about very current, kind of trendy alternate reality games and stories and creepy stuff online, it's really cool to be able to revisit one of my favorite projects and deep dive into it here on YouTube with you guys. If you didn't watch part 1, this won't make any sense, so I will have that linked down below. But if you are all caught up to speed and here for this week's video, then make sure to get a drink, get a snack. I've got my cold brew at 9 o'clock at night, and let's talk Hi, I'm Mary again. This episode features Mary simply running through the house when she comes face to face with the black-clothed figure. For the first time, the figure seems to want to have more than a screaming session and attacking Mary. So if you didn't catch that, it says, "Don't you get tired of running? Let's play a game. You ask questions and I'll answer, unless I catch you first. Now, go." Mary obliges and runs, but does accept the offer to begin asking questions.
Okay. Who are you?
You know my name. You know all our names. Deep inside, you've always known. When the figure grabs her, the camera footage begins to glitch really violently, but Mary presses on. "Where is this place?" "This is your home," the monster replies. "This is where you deserve to be." The monster disappears for a moment, but then reappears quickly, calling out Mary's name.
Who am I?
You want nothing.
What do you want?
For you to understand.
Understand what?
You are worthless. You're repulsive. That you are unworthy of happiness.
Despite the cruel, terrifying words from the monster, Mary continues to run, but is found again. Suddenly, she is pinned to the ground by the monster, and as it hovers over her, it continues to speak, calling her names. "Stupid girl, you're completely useless. You can't even hide for more than a few seconds. Look at me, you stupid coward. You can't even hide right. Now run, run." As Mary jumps up to run again, the monster yells after her. "You'll never be able to get away from me, Mary. No matter where you hide, no matter how fast you run, I will always be here to make you suffer." The monster is playing a game of cat and mouse with Mary, giving the illusion that it's allowing her to run, but catching up with her within a moment's notice.
Why are you doing this to me?
You deserve it. You deserve all your pain.
What did I do wrong?
You're exhausted.
I don't understand. What does this all mean? I just don't get it.
This video cuts out with Mary screaming. The description box reads, "Hindsight is 20/20 on that one. I think she saw what I was tweeting, somehow. I don't know how, but she did, and she used it against me. I'm tired. I guess I have some answers now, but I'm still confused. Cryptic responses don't really get me anywhere." Now, this was like a very intense display from the black-clothed figure specifically, who has always been angry and cruel towards Mary, but this was a new height. So going to the Twitter account, I wanted to see what it was that Mary tweeted to get its attention. And on November 3rd, 2017, she said, "I don't know. Sometimes I think she might be blind. Shine flashlight directly at her with no response. Then sometimes it's like she has a sixth sense. It's almost like she's choosing when to chase me and when to ignore me. I don't like that uncertainty. The garden pisses her off though." Then Mary says, "No garden tonight. I can hear her stomping around upstairs. I'm too tired to run tonight. Gonna pick a spot to hide and stay there. There's a nice gap in the closet. I might be able to wedge myself inside. If all goes well, I may be able to fall asleep for once in a long time. Well, after a few hours, I have a painfully stiff neck, so screw it. I'll play your game tonight. Who gives a crap?" Or maybe that was a bad idea, along with this video link. Well, I'm so confused. Can we play maybe a different game? Like checkers? I don't know, maybe something I'll actually understand? Maybe something where I'm not left shaking and with a splitting headache and a racing heart for hours afterwards. Then a few days later, Mary says, "Went to the garden again. It's been opening every night for the last few days. I feel like I'm constantly on the verge of falling asleep, but when I try, I never am actually able to sleep. Like I'm always in a haze. My guess is it will open again tonight. It gets dark so early now, it always catches me by surprise. Then again, that's mostly my fault. Staring at a wall for hours and forgetting what time it is isn't really a productive use of my time. I totally missed that it was Thanksgiving yesterday. It is November after all. Whatever. I didn't have anyone to spend it with, so it doesn't matter. And I'm barely recognizing the pictures of the people in my house anymore. It doesn't matter. I don't feel bad about it. The garden is open today, so screw it. In honor of missed Thanksgiving, I'm gonna try to bring food into the garden with me. Not sure it's gonna work, but it's worth a try. The one in the mirror is here tonight, so nobody is gonna stop me from bringing food. Just me, the garden, and a whole box of cereal. It actually sounds kind of nice. I wish I wasn't so scared of using the oven / had the energy to use the oven. I don't trust a lot of the appliances in here. With my luck, I'll start a fire. And then on the 30th of November, I swear when the doorbell rings, I fall for it every time. It must be desperation. We have more tweets about the garden. I'm really saying on the Twitter here because there was a lapse in uploads from pretty much November until January. So Mary talks about the garden, saying that it was lovely last night, going out again tonight very shortly. She's shouting out of the mirror, which is annoying, but I don't hear any of that in the garden. Just quiet and nothing. I love that very much. No matter how deep in the garden I run, I always come back in the morning. Wish I could stay there forever. Sun's going down. It should open soon. Now, the things that I'm going to talk about next are very important later. So Mary has started searching through the attic and she has found things to add to her collection, and we will revisit that shortly. Then she says, "Can't get into the garden today. I don't mind that as much since I've been getting in all week. That thing is pretty easy to deal with when it's not sneaking up on me and growling in my ear. It moves slow enough. It's real persistent though. I try to avoid looking at it. It just makes me feel so empty, I guess, and cold. Not to mention, of course, the few times I've actually managed to doze off, it just shrieks. Not that I even manage to doze off anymore." And then on December 22nd, "I haven't slept in at least a year. How am I alive?" Okay, but to be fair, I'm currently living in a house where the doors don't open, the windows don't break, and food restocks once I eat it, and there's a garden in my upstairs closet, and the weirdos that harass me at night unless I go there, so I guess I'm not surprised. Even if it's cold in the house, it's always the same temperature in the garden. Light jacket weather, very consistent. Never seems to change, not sure why. Garden is open tonight and was yesterday as well. Very thankful for the fresh air. Just looked at the date. I never even noticed it's the last day of the year. Whatever, I guess. Not much to look forward to. If she's not chasing me around the house, I might as well watch the time shift over before I head to the garden tonight. What's the worst that could happen? One more hour. Not particularly excited. Haven't heard any of them yet. Well, here's to the new year. 1 minute. And then, as the clock turned over to January 1st, 2018, whoa. I just refreshed the page. And no way. This can't be real. I was gonna upload tomorrow, but I might as well today. This is crazy. Oh my God, this can't be real. Are you guys real? There's so many of you. Wait, hold on guys, just a second. Well then, and we have a link to a video. Check-in opens with Mary saying, "Hello again. I think I've gotten better at living this way. I stay in the garden almost every night now." She sets her camera on the floor and leaves it to record as she walks away, showing the black-clothed figure searching for her in the dark. The camera switches over to a shot of the shadow person, but as Mary closes the door on them, she reveals herself back outside in the garden. "I can walk and walk and walk forever," she writes as she explores the woods. The garden has no end. However, spliced in between these peaceful moments of Mary in her personal sanctuary are clips of the reality of the house. Maria laughing from a hand mirror, the black-clothed figure growling for her in the dark. Mary uses the camera to distract the monster so she can slip into the garden unnoticed. She's learned to work around her monsters and get to her place of solitude. Still, she says, "Now that I have the garden, life is much more manageable. I barely search for my past anymore. I have everything I need here." Yet, all is not as calm as it seems. Mary is seen holding a knife in front of the mirror, and in the next shot of the garden, we briefly see a woman in white standing in front of her. "I wish I could spend forever in the garden," Mary writes. "It is better than reality." And as the doorbell rings over and over and over again, she says, "I think I might be able to live like this." And then the part we're all waiting for. As the video ends, she says, "One more thing. I can see you now. All of you. Please talk to me." A link to the Twitter account is on the screen, and for the first time ever, when you scroll to the bottom of this video, the comments are on. The description box of check-in says, hi guys, there's a lot of you. No way, this is unreal. You guys don't seem real. This can't be right. Since when am I allowed to be happy? It's practically too good to be true. This is overwhelming. Maybe this will be a good year after all." And then returning to the Twitter, as Mary can finally interact with other people for the first time in a year, she says, "Yeah, hi guys, I'm Mary. Wow, this is amazing. Where did you all come from? Oh wow, the entire time? Are you sure? Why couldn't I see you? God, I'm reading these and tears are just, wow guys. This is absolutely mind-blowing. Whoa, if I click the heart, it actually works. Oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. This is going so fast, I can't keep up. This is actually insane. Holy moly, I'm actually stopping staring at the screen. Maybe the new year won't be so bad after all. From flipping between here and YouTube, there's so much. Oh man, I can't believe this. So Mary finally has the peace and solitude of her garden. And she has us. She has people who love and support her, and she can see us now. Mary talks to her new friends very casually about emojis and music, and actually on the 2nd of January, she says, "If I'm lucky, I won't have to leave my camera as a distraction, and I can take a picture of the garden to share with you guys when I go tonight," assuming it's open. But it's been pretty consistently open, so that's good. 1 or 2 days closed isn't a huge deal. It's growling and staring at me from the other side of the room, slow moving as usual. I'm gonna move downstairs and lead it down and head to the garden in a bit. It's open again, and this time I'll take my camera and maybe a picture or two. Do you guys want me to say hi to it for you? I don't know if it even understands me, but honestly, I don't care. So she says she did say hello, and it just kind of tilted its head and growled more. Worth a try. Anyway, I'm gonna get moving. And then she shows a picture of the garden. I took this last night. Every picture coming out of the garden seems a little glitchy, I guess. It's never like that when I take them. Kind of weird, but it's whatever. You can still see the picture. This part is really important in terms of the mechanics of how the house, how the garden, how it all works together. On January 4th, Mary says, "I brought back a few twigs. I take a picture, but I put them down to go find my camera and forgot where I put them. I'm gonna look. I can't find these sticks. What the heck? I've spent what, like an hour looking for them? I don't remember where I put them down. I lose stuff a lot." And she basically just says that they're gone. This time she's going to bring back something new, like a stone. Brought back a small stone, gonna physically hold on to it this time. And we have a photo of the rock in question. "It's not going to leave my hand," she says. I guess this is an experiment. Over the course of the next day or so, she tells us that she is really hanging on to the rock and actually asks what we should name it. And she chooses on the incredible name, Dwayne. Dwayne the Rock. You get it. Again, she keeps us posted that she still has Dwayne, keeps us posted on what's going on at the house, and then says, "Actually, now that I think of it, I did hear something a little funny in the garden. Like an odd ringing or something. Not like a phone, but when your ears rang. It was for a split second behind me. Wonder if it was that lady again. I'll bring my camera tonight. Forgot before. Caught her again. Saw her a quick second and then she vanished. Not sure what she wants, but it gives me a bad feeling. I don't want anything to ruin this for me." And then we see in the photo the woman in white. Returning to the concept of Mary's collection, I found a whole bunch of odd things, and I'm trying to figure out a place I can put it all. Since I can browse the internet more now, does anyone recommend a website or something I could put stuff on? I'm gonna look into Blogspot. I'll see if that can support all of the stuff I found. She updates us that she still has Dwayne, and she's also brought back new items from the garden, saying that she's decided to put everything onto a blog spot so she can show us. More insight into how the house, the garden, all of it works. The garden seems to defy all kinds of rules. It's odd. I've been trying to find the end of it forever, or at least some sign of location, but so often I walk into different places, so I never know exactly where I am. Then, before I know it, I'm back here. I wish I could understand. Unfortunately, we get a new update that she did, in fact, drop Dwayne. R.I.P. Dwayne, you will be missed. You were the best pet rock a girl could have. Returning to Mary's YouTube account, we have a new video. Collection. I have something for all of you, she writes. I've been finding things in the house, collecting them. The past doesn't matter to me now. I have the garden. The text does glitch here, leaving us just with a phrase, I have. But that doesn't mean you can't look through what I found. I'll be uploading it all over the next few months. Take a look around, see if you can make any sense of anything. It's probably all junk anyway. And then we have a link to hiimmarymary blog.blogspot.com. And boy, oh boy, this vlog is the reason that this video is probably going to be so long, and also that I've had to divide this video into two separate parts. I thought it was just going to be a two-part analysis on Hi, I'm Mary Mary, but the blog had so much that I had just never seen before, so you'll be getting a part 3. I was going to save that for the end. Just some of the items on the blog are physical photos that Mary has found and scanned in, videos from her SD card, and also some poetry. Looking at the first post that was not just her post basically saying that she had started up the blog, we have scanned in my first picture. I scanned this one in today. I don't really know who the other people are. I look at their faces and recognize absolutely nothing. Maybe I knew before, but I've forgotten. We must have been friends. But that's definitely me in the front. My hair looks dumb, lol. I don't know why it's doing that. I need to do a better job scanning. This picture is so small. Mary. But as you can see if you zoom in here, everyone's faces are highly distorted, while Mary has pretty much chopped herself out of the photo. We have another photo, this time her as a young child hiding her face. Once again, she doesn't recognize the man in the photo here. And then on her third photo, we just have a photo of Mary herself with her face crossed out. More photos here, and then the poetry book. She has no idea when it was written, and she's gonna hope it wasn't any time recently because yikes. She is embarrassed of her poetry. So she's going to post the poetry, and then she says one more thing. I actually found something on the camera itself. I mentioned this before, but I want to talk about it more. Turns out I took out the SD card on the camera one day and was scrolling through some of the footage I took, and I noticed there were existing files on it that I must have just never noticed before, from way before I got here. It looks like somehow I've been uploading footage and completely missed that there were existing files on the camera. As Mary looks through the videos, she realizes there's only audio, no actual visual to the videos. There must have been something wrong with the lens cap, she says, or the files got corrupted. But before we see the first SD card clip, we have her first poem. Grow, pressure, build, grow, pressure, build, grow, pressure, build, and suddenly snap. Now we can move into the SD card, and we have this first video that was unlisted on the Hi, I'm Mary Mary channel.
Get I am trying. You can't just say I know you have to just make that.
No, I should. I don't know.
What?
If it's really all that bad.
Mary! That's exactly what I'm talking about. You can't afford to be stubborn about this.
Taurus, it's what I do.
Do not use the horoscope to justify your bullshit.
It's okay, sorry. I'm just being stupid.
Stop doing that. Stop. If you wouldn't say it to me, then don't say it to yourself.
Mary says here, one of those voices is definitely me. I don't recognize the other voice, but my best bet is that it's a girl named Liz, because I say Liz. I don't know what we're talking about though. In this video, Liz tells Mary, you can't talk like that if you wouldn't talk like that to me. So it's clear that they are very close friends. This seems like a video of Mary before she was trapped in the house. Aside from another picture that was posted on the blog of, again, more blurry faces, we have a quick note from Mary. The source code stuff. I can't see what everybody is talking about with all this source code stuff. You all say somebody is trying to leave me a message, but I don't see it. I looked through the source code and found zip. Are you guys playing a prank on me? That's rude. And oh boy, did I discover a gold mine upon checking the source code of the hiimmarymary blog. Using the inspect tool on my browser, I was able to open up the source code for the blog. And for the entire blog, we have this following message. Hello? Hello? Hey, am I getting through? Can you all see this? Good. I think this might actually be working. I've been trying to reach out to Mary ever since she got here, but she hasn't been able to see/hear/register me whatsoever, it seems. I'm not even sure I can physically get into the house. They're poisoning her mind, making her think this is normal, making her comfortable with this situation. You've seen me before, in the garden. You all know me. I am just like the rest of them, but I promise you can trust me. Really, I care about Mary, really. I want to help her. I'm fighting for control, but I'm too weak to fight. That one and the rest of them are too strong, and they're getting stronger every single day. And she's letting them. That's where you come in. I can't say for certain that she entirely trusts you all, but there's a chance she might listen to you. She might. I don't know. She's very stubborn, I know. If she thinks she's got this all figured out, it's going to take a lot to convince her otherwise. She may not listen. Knowing her, she'll probably get angry, and I'm sorry in advance for anything she does. It's going to freak her out, but she needs to be uncomfortable in order to make this better. I need you to tell her that. And then there is a bunch of blank space. Darn. Okay, it doesn't want to go through. That's weird. I think they figured out that I'm trying this. They'll do anything to silence me. We're not supposed to work like this. This isn't normal. Okay, I'm gonna try again. Tell her that. And then space. Darn. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to encode what I need you all to relay to her. I'm pretty sure they won't be able to censor it that way. I'll send it in little parts. You'll know when it's coming. You're all smart people. It won't take long. If this works, I might be able to try to reach out to her in person soon. Maybe you'll all be able to see me. The more of you make her aware of me, the more likely we'll be able to meet. She's not gonna like it. I can tell you this. This is so complicated. I trust you all. Good luck. I beg you to trust me. We want the same thing here. I love you, Mary. See you soon, hopefully. So, the woman in white from the garden is reaching out to Mary through the source code in the blog because it's the only way that she can reach any of us, but Mary isn't listening. And so scrolling back through each and every post on the blog, looking at the very first photo, we see the message. I won't send her anything yet, but I promise you'll know when I've sent my messages in the source code. Checking the source code for the other images, I didn't find anything. But then Mary posted this. Something got messed up in this picture and I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know how that happened. It was me sitting on a cliff, but as soon as I uploaded it, it looked like that. I don't know how to fix it. Whatever. Then taking a break from the blog here, let's return back to the YouTube channel.
Mary, why are you talking to them like they care?
Intruder opens with Mary telling us, I'm so glad you're all my friends. You all make this more manageable. Meanwhile, the black-clothed figure is growling at her from over the computer. Mary, why are you talking to them like they care? They'll never care about you. They think you're funny. They think you're entertainment. They hate you. They hate you. So Mary finds the strength to walk away here and then tells us, no offense. I like the garden best. The next clip of her back in the garden definitely makes it seem as though she is there pretty much non-stop now, and understandably so. Later in the video, she puts a rock on the table in front of her, and we watch as it disappears. We know that she dropped the original Dwayne rock a long time ago, but it still appears as though any attempts to bring things back from the garden now in May of 2018 is still futile. Mary has begun to outsmart these demons and is better at getting them to leave her alone. She shows in this clip how she throws her keys across the floor, sending that black-clothed figure chasing after them as she escaped. But I saw her again. She writes here, the woman in white. So in this clip of the garden, we see the woman in white running away from Mary. And when Mary finally faces her, the woman is covering her eyes.
Who are you? Are you going to talk to me? Hello? Oh, that's creepy. Oh my god, I can't lip read, I'm sorry. What are you saying?
While Mary can only hear this high-pitched distortion, the comments give us insight into what the woman in white is saying. Mary, you need to get out of there. Mary, you're not okay. You need help. Mary, can you hear me? You're not safe. Mary, Mary, Mary.
Okay, nope. I'm leaving. Nope, this is my place. This is my place. You're not taking that away from me.
So Mary says she's not taking the one place that she has away from her, but writes that other than that, things are pretty good. However, as we see from the next clips of the house, things are far from good. Maria hangs over Mary as she types on her computer, and the shadow figure has grown significantly larger than before. In this clip, as Mary is going to the garden, Maria seems to be trailing after her.
Okay, what the f? Is this yours? I'm not giving this back. I'm just gonna take it with me. No, take it. Just take the shoe.
So when Mary says that she will just take the shoe, Maria has that crazy reaction and Mary barely escapes. And at the end of this video, Mary trips and falls in the garden, and she's never gotten hurt in the garden before. Actually, at the end of this video, she ends up getting really sick. We hear the sound of that high-pitched distortion that we heard with the woman in white as Mary gets sick here, as though she's trying to reach out again. I don't know what she wants, but she makes me very uncomfortable, Mary says in the description box. The garden is my safe place, and I don't want her here. Returning back to the blog, Mary tries to post another failed attempt of her on the cliff again. And when we check the source code, we have a note from the woman in white. Here's what you need. The difference is important. Tell her the words. If this works, you will hear from me soon. Good luck. Now, when I saw this, I had no idea what that could be referring to, but a comment on this post reveals when you difference the two broken green images from the blog, you get this message saying, get her to actually speak with you all during the night, live. I have a link to this, so I will show you right here. I know it's not very clear and there seems to be more messages on the image, but I'm a newbie at this, so please bear with me. And if you can do better, please post it. I could never begin to do better, so thank you, kind citizen. Anyway, when you put that together with this image, this basically means we have to collectively ask Mary to live stream at the house, and we must tell her to stay out of the garden. And the source code at the next failed attempt of the photo upload does confirm this, saying, now you know how I'll send my messages to you. You should know what to ask her for now. So Mary says in this failed image post that she doesn't know what went wrong, but the commenters tell her to post it again. And we have more source code from the woman in white. Good work. Now work together. If enough people ask, she's more likely to do it. In the live stream, which is unlisted now on the hiimmarymary YouTube, Mary goes live. It's very clear that the woman in white wants Mary not only to stay in the house, but to talk to us while in the house. The garden is not the safe place that Mary perceives it to be. It's not fixing her problem. It's not truly getting her out of the house nor away from her monsters. And so around the 5-minute mark, Mary's viewers begin telling her that the garden isn't safe for her. It isn't good.
I'm very uncomfortable, but it's okay because I'll be going to the garden soon enough. Don't go to the garden. Why? I don't understand why you wouldn't want me to go. Well, I don't know, guys. The garden's a good place. Gwendywook plays. Don't go to the garden, it makes the monster stronger. What? I don't understand. Well, I mean, I've gotten sick in the garden, but like, I don't know, it's just normal. Didn't you throw up? Yeah, well, yeah, I threw up, but I don't know. It's peaceful. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Erin.
While the commenters insist that the garden is making the monster stronger, she says, and probably rightfully so, the garden is better than being chased around her house.
Don't trust anything a face play. It's not real safe. Well, it's better than getting chased around my house. I mean, come on. Guys.
A large chunk of the stream is just the audience telling her, don't go back, while she says, what else do you want me to do, basically? Around the 9-minute mark here, she refers to the black-clothed figure by a name.
Yeah, it's that one in black, not the shadowy one, the other one, the one who yells at me all the time and just kind of reminds me that I suck, you know? You don't suck. I mean, I beg to differ, but thanks, guys. I mean, the lady in black is kind of right. You know, I mean, it's like I don't need that. I don't need to hear that. So I go to the garden.
So we now have something to call the black-clothed figure, the lady in black. It seems to me that the lady in black and the lady in white are complete polar opposites of each other. While the lady in white cares about Mary, wants to save her, wants her to be happy and healthy and okay, the lady in black poisons Mary's mind, tells her these cruel, awful things that aren't true, to make her feel weak and to keep her trapped there. Around 16 minutes in, we start to hear intense noises and distortion, and this makes Mary really panicky.
Jesus, I hate the noises the house makes. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is why I go to the garden, because it's scary.
This is why she goes to the garden, because it's too scary to stay there at night. A few minutes later, around the 22-minute mark, Mary goes to get a blanket, and as she's up, notes that it's a little bit too quiet in the house.
Okay, I'm gonna get a blanket. You guys are smart. You're smarter than me. Okay, go get it. I put it down here? I don't know if I did. Hold on. No. It's upstairs somewhere. Wait, guys, I hear something. Why is it so quiet? This has never happened. I don't hear anything. Guys? Hello? You guys see me? I'm a little far away. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a blanket. Sorry. I'll go do that.
As her search for the blanket continues, one of the monsters grabs her and pulls her off frame. The stream goes quiet for a moment and pauses, but when Mary comes back around the 23-minute mark, she is visibly shaken.
Hello, everyone? I need to be extremely serious with you right now. She touched me. I don't understand. That never happened before. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
For the first time, Mary's monsters have physically hurt her. The woman in black is trying to convince her that the viewers are trying to trick her, trying to keep her from being happy. At the end of the video here, she goes to the garden, unable to tolerate the house anymore. On the next post from the blog, a photo that Mary traced of her hand, specifically the one that she used several episodes back to crush the shadow monster into the wall, we have the following source code. So we failed. It's okay. I did too. I'll have to think on what we can try to do next to help her. This is harder than I thought. She just keeps pushing us out. We have to get her to figure it out. No instructions for now, but you'll all know how to recognize my calling card. They're getting stronger and it's making me weaker again. I'm scared for her and I hope you are too. But we can do this. We need to. It's funny she would choose to draw a picture of that one. I can't really go into details as I barely understand that one myself. I think specifically referring here to the shadow monster on her hand that she drew. I know it's more powerful, possibly the most, but I'm still not entirely certain of its intentions. On another SD card file on the blog, Mary claims that it is silent, and she told the viewers that she didn't think there was any point in uploading it, but they insisted that she did so, knowing that they can see and hear and understand things that Mary can't quite perceive.
Liz, please pick up. Liz, please, I'm sorry. I don't know where I am. Liz, I'm trying to walk home, but I couldn't make it. I'm sorry. I'm a idiot, and I say things, and I don't mean it, and I just feel everything all at once, and I can't stop it, and I just say things that I regret, and I just want it to stop. But I deserve it somehow. I don't know how to make it go away, because at the same time that I want it to go away, it just stays there and I feel like it's supposed to be, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling. Liz, just saw that.
So as she's pleading for someone to pick up the phone, saying that she gets it, she screwed up, but that she can hear them. At the end of the video, we can hear the faint growling of one of the monsters. This video specifically is posted on June 28th of 2016, and Mary posted her first video that same year on July 9th. And it seems as though this was the beginning of the end of her normal life before the series. In Rain, we open with Mary being chased by the woman in black, but for some reason, she just stops.
What? Hello? It's Mary. Come on. What am I supposed to do?
So when it stops following her, just standing still in the dark, Mary doesn't really know what to do. She doesn't know how to run without the monster chasing her. This is terrible, she says, despite it seemingly being a good thing that the monster is not chasing her for once. Slowly, she slips around it, watching as it disappears before she heads into the garden. And yet, as for Mary's happy place, unfortunately something is wrong with the garden, she informs us. The weather is changing. There is now active rainfall in the garden, which there wasn't before, and according to Mary, it's rarely sunny. There's only water. This is taken to the extreme as we're back in the house for a moment, specifically with a clip of the shadow figure that is larger and taller than ever before. Meanwhile, Maria giggles from inside the mirror, even when Mary is not there to see her. The monsters are more powerful than ever, and when Mary comes back to the garden, she is in a lake, a huge body of water of some kind, and she can't see land anywhere. She's finding broken and old things, such as a run-down truck, abandoned things like a graffiti-filled tunnel. Her garden, her safe place, is ruined. When she looks at her arm in this video, she can briefly spot darkness running through it. And as she's sitting in the house, the shadow figure's now giant hand appears over her head. Something is very wrong, Mary says. As she is chased through the house, back to the garden again, this time something is different. It's cold and there's snow everywhere. Still, Mary says it'll be all right over and over and over again as the video cuts to black. This isn't good, but it needs to be okay, the description box reads. It's gotta be. It's got to. And then we have one final blog post here to read. Looks like this was before those audio entries. I don't remember my mom at all. Kind of shocks me to know I even had one. I don't recognize the older lady in the pictures around the house anymore. But look at all the edgy stuff. Mary. And zooming into the pictures says June, I don't know. Going to a party with Liz. Kind of don't want to though. Don't feel good. Kind of having an ugly day. But that's normal, so I'm probably fine. Then she says hi to her mom, who she's pretty sure is reading this. And then a self-portrait on the next page with scribbles through her face. At the top of this page, she says, "There is a void in my mind." So June, I don't know. Then going to a party with Liz. Then we have the audio entry, basically where she's arguing with someone over the phone right before she is in the house by herself. It seems as though maybe something happened centered around this party. And the source code for this image says, "Something's wrong. I'm worried. It's taking all my strength to..." And then we're cut off. Like I said, the blog was never something I had looked at before. So while we only have 4 more videos to look at from Hi, I'm Mary Mary, they are all the most detailed and the longest of the series, one of them topping out at 30 minutes. So we're actually gonna do a part 3. I will see you guys back for that next time, but let me know what you're thinking of this down below. As I said in the last video, I'm really saving my thoughts, my theories, what Hi, I'm Mary Mary means and stands for, the purpose of the whole story, for the next video. So we'll talk more about that then, but let me know you guys' preliminary thoughts down below. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.